Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news of this evening, police urge a caution after Manchester collision claims the life of 9-year-old boy. Deputy Superintendent of Police Kerry Duncan, the commanding officer for Manchester, is urging motorists to exercise a caution on the nation's roads. His plea comes after a tragic two-vehicle collision in Manchester claimed the life of a 9-year-old boy on Monday. Duncan expressed deep concern, stating that the carnage on the nation's roads is getting out of hand. Monday's accident, which took place in Christiana in the parish, led to the death of the son of a policewoman. The boy was reportedly being transported to school by his mother when the collision happened. The policewoman has since been admitted to hospital for treatment.
My name is Kerry Duncan, Deputy Superintendent, Commanding Officer for the Manchester Division. About 7:30 a.m. today, there was a motor vehicle collision along the Sedberg main road in the Christiana police area. From information received, a underfit, which was being driven by a female officer and another occupant, was traveling towards Spalding when a Range Rover was traveling in an opposite direction, overtook a line of traffic and collided in the front section of the underfit. Both occupants of the underfit were taken to the Percy Junior Hospital, where the female officer at this time is admitted in a serious condition. Based on the sensitivity of this accident, I am not able to provide any further details at this time. However, you will be updated accordingly. Well, I'll just say that the carnage on the road is getting out of hand. So I want to make this appeal to persons who are traveling along the roadway, that it is proven time and time again that speeding and improper overtaking are the main contributing factors to accidents. So I just want to make the appeal to persons to use the roadway properly. The signage and the rules are there for a purpose. It is to ensure our own safety.
VAS distraught at a student's death in crash, pushing for rural school bus system. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz says that Monday morning's crash, which resulted in the death of grade 6 student Trayvon Sanchez in Manchester, reiterates the urgency of a rural school bus service. Very sad that on the first day of school, we have already lost one student in a traffic accident. Very distraught about it, Vaz said. He said he is in the final stages of making a presentation to the Ministry of Finance and the Cabinet regarding rural school buses and is hoping to make a statement on the matter when Parliament resumes its sittings. The form of transportation for these children to go to school is just unbearable and unsustainable and actually dangerous by virtue of them being forced to have to take 1 or 2 taxis or buses to go to school, Vaz said. Trayvon Sanchez, who was a student of the Christian Least Primary and Infant School in Manchester, died in a vehicular crash on his way to school on Monday morning. His mother, who is a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, is currently in critical condition at the Percy Junior Hospital. 2 men freed of robbery charges in St. Catherine Parish Court. 2 men who were charged with aggravated robbery of a woman in Portmore, St. Catherine last year were freed in the parish court this morning. Those freed are Jamani James, 39, and the 27-year-old Kenneth Allen, both of corporate area addresses. Parish Court Judge Janelle Nelson Gale agreed with a submission from the defense that the Crown could not mount a successful prosecution in the matter. On April 29, attorneys at law Sheldon Campbell and Michael Campbell submitted that there was no video evidence, no identification parade, and that a nexus could not be formed between the robbery and the men. The men were then granted $200,000 bail, and the date is set for their reappearance today. Allegations before the court are that in December 2023, 2 men robbed the complainant of a Honda Fit motorcar in Brayton, Portmore, St. Catherine. A report was made to the St. Catherine South Police and an investigation launched. the police intercepted the motorcar in New Kingston with the accused Allen and James as occupants. They were arrested and taken to Portmore, where they were subsequently charged with robbery with aggravation. The men made numerous court appearances and maintained their innocence throughout. Man accused of raping woman who was in her backyard. A 30-year-old man has been charged with rape after he allegedly sexually assaulted a woman at her home in Silverstone Estate in St. Catherine on August 13. He is Raheem Robinson, otherwise called Ryan, of Hampton Crescent, Silverstone Estate. The Spanish Town police say the woman was in her backyard when Robinson entered the yard and forced her inside her house before sexually assaulting her. A report was later made and he was arrested and charged. He is scheduled to appear before the St. Catherine Parish Court on Tuesday. Spanish Town Primary staffs of teacher shortage. While several schools grapple with the teacher shortages, Principal of Spanish Town Primary, Roger Curlew, says a quick action from administrators has staved off any potential impact on teaching and learning at the institution. Speaking with the news on Monday morning, Mr. Curlew said while there were a number of resignations, he has managed to plug the gaps in time for the reopening of school on Monday. He added that there are no anticipated challenges for the institution as the new academic year progresses.
All my teachers are in place, thank God, because I started interviews some very, very early. So I have the full complement this morning, thank God. But this year it wasn't so bad at all. 3 resigned and I filled the vacancies, and 3 went on vacation leave, and those vacancies are also filled. So I have the full complement, thank God. We have 68 teachers and staff, and these teachers cover both shifts, 68. We usually start early here at Spanish Town Primary in terms of infrastructural, in terms of fixtures to the infrastructure and filling teacher vacancies. We always start very early, and as a result of that, I'm not really anticipating any challenges. Our PEP result this year was, I would say, very, very good, better than last year. And I think one of the things that accounted for that was that I took the grade 6 off the shift system and placed them on full day. So they really got a lot more teaching time, and that is why I'm pushing so much for the ministry to take the school out of the shift system so the students can be allotted far more time that will impact their academic development. I plan to maintain that the grade 6 will be placed back on full day, and the students who are in the special program, they're also on full day because they need a lot more teaching times, and other grades will be on the shift system. We have the space. We just need partnership with the ministry and the private sector to give us the additional classroom space that we need.
Errol Green assumes role as a permanent secretary in Health Ministry. Regional Director of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, Errol Green, has taken up the role of permanent secretary in the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The appointment became effective September 1. Mr. Green replaces Dunstan Bryan, who is on study leave. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says he looks forward to Mr. Green's contribution to the planned programs and the policy priorities of the ministry and to the new dimensions he will add. Mr. Green has previously served as Regional Director for the Western Regional Health Authority and the Chief Executive Officer of the Kingston Public Hospital. Prior to his roles in public health, he was the town clerk of the Kingston and the St. Andrew Municipal Corporation and served at the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. Mr. Green is a Justice of the Peace and a past recipient of the Governor General's Achievement Award. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.